Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Hot Mic with Lady She podcast. I'm your host, Lady She. I'm back. To those who've been with me all day, well, not all day, that's a little exaggeration, but if you came on at noon, thank you so much for your support. Huge thank you to Miss Shahida Hagans from Enlightened Pathways for coming on. Listen, I learned a lot today. Okay, one thing I learned is she absolutely is my Shero. That girl tapped into all type of things. So make sure you check her out. Go to enlightenedpathways.org and see all that she has going on, because we are here to be encouraged, empowered, and educated. Amen. Which brings me to my guest. This is my eighth guest of the She is My Shero series of Hot Mic with Lady She podcast. Listen, guys, I'm just in awe. I'm still a little overwhelmed because God is moving. He's amazing. Yes, He's just doing so many great things. Yes, and he got my little self being a part of it. So I am humble, I'm excited, and I am just ready to be poured into and just hear these amazing stories of the strides and the journeys of these amazing women. And tonight, I'm being dramatic. I love this lady. I have no idea. Like, you may think you know, but you have no idea type thing. This woman of God, this wife, this mom, this pillar in our community, this advocate, this encourager, this prayer warrior, this sister, this auntie. She ain't my auntie, honey. She ain't my auntie if you're from Hempstead. But this happens to be my godmother. So God knew when he placed her on my mother's heart to make her my godmother. We probably won't be able to get into that story tonight, but it is an interesting story how we were super close at one time, and then there's like a big gap that neither one of us can explain, and now we're back together, and it's like a movement. Yeah. Amen. It's a movement. And I'm just in awe of her. You know, she's amazing. She's amazing. And that's just not because she's my godmother, but those who have encountered her have encountered an angel on earth. So, ladies and gentlemen, presenting to some and introducing to others, Miss Victoria Moore of Hempstead, Long Island.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you,
sweetie. I'm so excited to be
I'm
here.
glad.
I'm a little nervous. I might be seeing some sweat beads going on here.
Trust me. Listen, y'all see my high energy? Listen, this one is always on 1,000. Yeah, I promise you. She always on 1,000. And that's great because when you're dealing with the youth and, you know, you want to keep them encouraged and keep them excited about living and about life when there's so much going on in the world, you need energy like that. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And plus, they can tell. They can tell me keeping it a buck or not. Kids is different, child. Kids is different. Yeah. So, how are you?
I'm doing good. Pretty good. Yes.
Good. You know, how's the retirement life like?
Oh, wow. You know, retirement's great.
I know that's
it really
a fact.
Is great. You know, I don't know how I got half the things done while working.
It's God. That's my phrase, y'all. It's God.
And now I'm retired. I'm like, how did I do all this? And it seemed like now it takes me a little longer to do things. Maybe because I just don't feel like expressing because I know that's enough time. Because you know when you're at work, you're like, I gotta get this done. Yeah, so I think because of retirement, like I don't press myself to do things, but then I'm like, okay, you gotta get this done, and it's like at crunch time.
Wow.
I really don't like working at crunch time, but I do that a lot to myself. Yeah.
Listen, we working on that too. Hello, we are working on that. I promise you, this platform is to grow you up, to glow you up, to help you grow, to help you heal. I feel like whatever you need, you will find it in one of these interviews because everybody's so human.
Yes.
And what happens is a lot of times with growing up, you feel like you're constantly moving. Like she said, when she was working, she was getting it done. She can't even think of how it was getting done. But now that she's not, she's like, I'll take my time. Oh, wait, no, I can't take my time because let me get it done. So life is funny like that, you know, and enjoy it while you're living. Okay. Live while you're living. Amen. So tell us about your upbringing. Tell us about your household. And I'm smiling because wow. Huge shout out and thank you and blessings and homage to Miss Hattie Moore.
Yes.
Cause wow.
Okay. That was right.
Listen, y'all.
My mom, oh boy. My mom.
I'm gonna get emotional. What the heck?
Yes, had 9 of her own children.
Woo!
So some stayed south with my aunts and my grandmother, and they came up later, except for 3 brothers. My mom decided, you know, she was going to get foster kids, and like she didn't have enough kids, but anyway. And it was good at some point. At some point, it wasn't so good, because you have kids who from different backgrounds who, who had abusive parents, who had parents that were alcoholics, kids who were just bad, and the parents didn't want them, who were stealing, and they end up stealing from us or doing stuff. But in the interim of things, it taught me that with my mom sharing herself with others and having us share with other people, it made me want to share myself with other people. So I didn't now at this point, as old as I am, I don't think she was being selfish. She tried to help other kids, and if the kids took it, they didn't. She adopted 3 brothers, and Lord knows, oh my God. But she did what she thought was best. And it's just so funny that she did that, because when I was a kid, I always say, I want to go get a big apartment and a big house and adopt all these kids from all over the country and bring them all over. So I said, how you gonna get those kids? We got kids right here. That's Hello. I was like, yeah, but those kids were like,
they're fine.
Eating out of garbage, and not saying some kids probably here didn't eat out of garbage,
absolutely.
But you saw it on television, more evidence on television, them eating out of trash and everything else. But yeah, my mom, she had a couple of foster kids when she adopted one, and I got a little sister.
Right.
So yeah, my mom, she taught us how to bring people in and
love on them.
And love on them, regardless. She did her best, and they'll talk trash to them. A lot of them come back, but I know my mom, she did her best, yeah. So, I love, me personally, I love kids. I didn't like when she got the babies, because the babies had to go back. I'm crying and bawling like it was like they took the baby from my womb.
No, because you don't even think about that part. The effects of the kids getting used to the infants.
Oh my! And this woman the little girl that she took, she's a grown woman that has her own children. But I cried like a baby when they came and got her. I was crying. I dressed her up and went to the store and bought her all kinds of stuff. And when they came to get that little baby, I was like broken. Like it was like they took my baby from me. Yeah. Yeah. So you have those aha moments and those sad moments, or those, I wish you would just didn't bring that one here. But at the end of the day, you learn, you grow, and you learn the things that you're going to do and things you're not going to do.
Right.
So it was all a learning process, So it was pretty good. I won't complain about it.
Amen. No, it was a lot of love in our house.
Yeah, I won't complain.
That place was a safe place for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I can't speak for those who went through whatever, but it was absolutely a safe place for me. The things I had going on, because she didn't even know until how old was I? What 30? What I was like 40? Well, I told you what happened.
40, you was in your 30, yeah.
38,
you got 40, yeah. You was in the 30s, and I was so broken,
But so you grew up with both of your parents.
Yes, both of them.
What was that like? Because you was like a daddy's girl, right?
Well, both, I guess. My sister was more of a daddy's girl. My sister Valerie.
Okay.
I'm more of a mama's girl. So the thing with me, I got in so much trouble, guys. I got the most beatings. I was always doing something, and I didn't mean it.
Don't they always say that?
But spare the rod, spoil the child.
I know,
she
that's
did not
right.
spare any rod. She tore me up. I was always doing something like, God, what is wrong with you?
Wow.
But I can tell you right now that I have like the greatest relationship with my mom.
Yes.
The greatest relationship. I don't care if she beat me,
Beautiful to see.
And she tells me now that I think I'm her mother. But yeah, I have such a great relationship with her. Those beatings, they corrected me.
Mm-hmm.
People say don't beat your kids, because this is a different time. I didn't have to beat my kids.
Right.
Talking to them and sitting down, letting them know what's going on. Mm-hmm. All that beating, so they say, comes from slave masters. But I'm going to tell you, some of those things I did, I needed to beat. I was doing some crazy stuff. I'm like, right. Why did you do that? You can't be afraid of a beating. You can't be afraid. You're always doing something.
Oh, I get it. I got it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You can't be afraid.
Like, clearly it don't hurt.
Girl, I was afraid. It's crazy.
But just doing stuff. Afraid, but still doing stuff.
Yeah, wow. So, my dad, he drank when we were kids. He drank. He was a known alcoholic on the block. Everybody knew. But he worked. He was functioning. He was functioning. He functioned. He came home. He gave the money. He did some crazy stuff sometimes. Yeah, but my dad drank. And it probably caused a lot of my brother to drink and my sister, of course I drank, but I wasn't an alcoholic. No, that wasn't happening because I'm like, I don't like the way that looks. That wouldn't be cute on me. I've been ugly drunk. I wouldn't
Stop playing.
So my dad drank for a very long time, and my uncle was also an alcoholic. Actually, my uncle ended up dying with liver. Um,
Wow.
Yeah, his liver just failed on him.
Right.
And my uncle died, but he was his only brother, and I think that kind of shook my dad and made it worse. But then my dad, he got a job and he started coming to church. And listen, God delivered him. I couldn't do it. So my God delivered him, and he stopped drinking. And he's like my dad was the funniest guy ever. If you ever never met my dad, my dad was the most funniest guy ever. He would say some crazy stuff. I'm sorry, he should have been in comedy.
That's where you get it from.
My dad was hilarious. I'm like, yo, what are you saying right now? My mother yelled in the back, Mr. Moore. You shouldn't talk to the kids like that. They're going to be acting crazy just like you. Girl, please. He would have us in stitches. You look at him like, man, you got to stop. You got to stop. And it's so funny I'm saying you got to stop, because that's what Asia says to me.
Yes, we tell her that.
Mom, you got to stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but everything was pretty good. My mom, she worked. And then she got us into church. She got us all into church. She did what she had to do. She worked for this company called Esselte Pentaflex. They used to make the index cards and
what's it called?
Folded Esselte Pentaflex. They made everything. Any type of office supplies you needed back then, that's where it came from.
Right.
And she worked. She made sure we cooked. Pissed off if our dishes weren't clean when she came up from work. Girl, please.
That was a thing.
Get up.
You getting up,
all of you. Like,
hello.
I paid you $5. You know what? Yeah, so she was a hard worker. She had it rough with my dad because he was drinking at the time. Right. But when he stopped drinking, oh my God, my dad was heaven sent. Yeah, he loved all the kids. He would buy Christmas toys, just extra toys. So any kid came by the house, he pulled a toy out the bag and gave it to them. He was like the big Santa Claus.
Love it.
Yeah,
love it.
So he come by. He loved Christmas more than we did, I guess. But he made sure any kid came by my house that popped up whatever, he pulled a toy out the bag.
I know, that's right.
Here, this for you.
Thank you, Grandpa Moore. We miss you. We miss you.
Wow. He wasn't a person that to do big hugs and stuff. He wouldn't really hug. I said, Daddy, let me hug. No, don't hug me. Hug your mother. I don't know what that's about with men, but yeah.
Some of them. Yeah.
He wouldn't really give us hugs. My mom really either, but as we got older, we started hugging more and telling each other we love you. Yeah. My dad wasn't a big person to say, he loved you or he hugged you, but he showed it in things that he did, So yeah, pretty much. That's how we grew up. It was pretty cool. But all my kids are telling me every day because of that. I love them. Yeah. Tell them all the time I love you. Give them hugs. Yeah. Grandbabies. I tell you I love you right now.
I tell you first half the time.
Yeah, right.
Well, we hang. I'm like, all right, love you. Talk to you
later.
Absolutely. Say I love you, people.
Yes.
If you are a parent, tell your kids I love you. Yeah. I know because we like you just said, we will say that in the things that he did, I know he loved me. Yeah. But we want to hear it.
Yeah, you do want to hear it.
We do want to hear it. Yeah, we want to hear that thing. Yeah. Shoot. Amen. All right, so growing up in a home full of children, mom, dad, and what's the age difference between your mom and dad's children and those that came after?
Well, my little sister, myself, and my brother are the last three. So I'm 58.
Who's the oldest?
My oldest brother is Jack.
And he lives south.
He lives south.
Okay.
I'm not sure how old he is. Maybe, I don't know, 70? I don't know.
But he's the oldest.
Yeah, he's the oldest. And there's my brother Harry, and then my sister who just passed away last month. She was the oldest sister. Then my sister Gwen, who passed away. She got killed tragically by a car in 2020. And then my brother my brother who died in 19 of cancer, and my sister who died in 2020. And then there's, I miss my brother Rob. Rob is after Big Man. So my brother Rob, he's in Florida. Then myself, then my sister Valerie, then my brother Dan. So yeah. So I think my oldest brother's got to be in his 70s.
Wow,
I can tell you that. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wow.
So my mom had kids young. Yeah, she had kids young. So.
But that was like, what's my before? That was like what it was. Yeah. They got married young and they started families young. It was a normalcy.
Yeah. So we have we have different dads, but I don't know their dad, of course. But yeah, So he's in his 70s. I don't know his dad at all. So the only dad I know is my dad. So.
Right. I mean, know my dad.
Which is their dad.
Right, right.
Because they called him dad.
Absolutely, absolutely. You heard what she said? Yeah. Which is their dad too. Yeah. So if you have kids and y'all together now, their kids are your kids. That's right. And vice versa. Yeah. That kills when because my step, I'm like, yeah, that's your kid now too. Yeah. Y'all are married. Yeah. Y'all are cohabitating. Yeah. That's your family. Yeah. That's a package deal right there. We got to be used to saying that and making sure you make the kids feel that way as well. Because I have seen that, and it can be very damaging. Yeah. Where the kid always feels like forever feels like an outsider. Yeah. It can be damaging. So now, grew up in a household with. Because it was always something going on at your house. Goodness. Like
that was a party.
It was a party house. Like it just was.
I should tell people don't bring your kids there unless they can handle the kids from the Bronx. They weren't from the Bronx.
I'll tell you.
I'm like, your kids got tough skin. Don't bring them here.
You were gonna get fed.
Oh yeah.
You probably gonna get snapped on or whatever. Yeah. Snap and match, whatever. But it was love there. Like I said earlier. It was a safe place for some who, grandma probably don't even know how much of a safe place it was for some of us, who just connected to you, who you probably didn't know had issues. Yeah. And they were like, we're going to Grandma Moore house, know? So thank you for that. Thank you, Grandma Moore, for being who you are. Still in Hempstead, people still know who she is and respect her. And so you guys grew up in a church. What was that like? First of all, what was it like? I know for me, my mother was an alcoholic. She was, the alcoholic, and she attracted men with issues. So that environment was traumatic for me. Watching your mom work and, raise you guys and taking other children, what was the thing that you saw where you were like, oh, thank God, Dad, he finally gave his life to Christ? Did you see your mom go through something where you were like, I'm so glad he finally did because now she's free now and we're good? Yeah, was there any moment like that?
There was a moment because I know my mom would get on my dad's case because, he was drinking and out doing whatever he wanted to do, There was this one woman in particular I know he was hanging out with, but my mom, she had to make sure our bank accounts were straight because he was like spending like it was water, so.
He's like, I'm rich.
Yeah, so once he actually got himself together, everything was taken care of. She didn't have to worry about nothing. Mm-hmm. Bills are paid. She didn't have to worry about nothing. But what my mom did teach me about this whole, husband and wife thing, even before she said, listen, I know one day you will be married. She said, listen, I don't care. I know you're going to get married. So people will say throw your money in one bun. She said, but I'm telling you right now to have your own account.
Always.
Go ahead, you Mom. Never know what that joker might do. She calls him joker.
That's my word too.
She said, always have your own, not saying you guys don't do things collaboratively. She said, you got to make sure you have your own because you never know when this joker going to act up or that one. So you don't look for that.
Right.
She said, but you got to make sure you take care of yourself first, and your family. She said, make sure you got that,
right.
So.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was one of the best things she could have ever told me. Not that my husband goes out and spends it anyway, he spends it whatever he wants. But the thing is that, you got to make sure that you take care of yourself before you get into a relationship. Mm-hmm. I see it so many times where women, this one lady, her husband was a doctor and she's at the park and she's looking raggedy, and he didn't care about her phone. He left her and she had nothing. She helped him go to school and everything, and
isn't that usually the story?
Nothing and had a kid. So it was like crazy watching it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, and he's a doctor and he's doing that to her.
Yeah, no, he's just doing that. It's just something you encounter, but it actually happens quite often.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
And you would think women would catch on, but they just kind of don't because some of them were raised that way. Where you marry for love, you support your husband, get him to that point, and then you can live well.
Yeah.
And sometimes the men encounter other things, while they're getting what they're supposed to get and you're just sitting.
Yeah.
So, it would behoove you to make sure you have what you need just in case.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not bashing men because there's a lot of men out there that actually do take care of things, you know what I mean? But because if you're a woman mainly and you start building up your stuff, you gotta make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Absolutely.
You just never know, and not that you're looking for that ever. Don't start looking for stuff.
Right.
Not
Absolutely.
saying that.
Right.
But what I'm saying, just make sure you have your stuff in order. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, have your stuff in order.
So now mom is saying to you, she knows you're going to be married someday, and then she gives you that advice. What was dating like growing up because I
Well,
I only had brothers.
Oh, I had some.
So they were like this.
Who that? I had some characters.
You know. So what was that like?
I had some characters. Well, actually, I started dating my oldest son's father. I was 16, and around I was 19 when I had him. Mm-hmm. So my mom was a little disappointed, at me because she's like, listen, she expected so many bigger things from me. Mm-hmm. But what people don't realize that babies don't stop you from doing anything. I tell my kids all the time when they were coming out, listen, I don't want you to have any kids while you're not married. Mm-hmm. I said, but if you're going to have sex, mm-hmm. protect yourself. Right. I said, babies are the least worry that I got to think about. But mm-hmm. if you get age, and die on me. Come on and say that's more for me. I mm-hmm. said, if you're going to do it, mm-hmm. please wrap up. If you're going to have sex. Yeah, I heard that. So it's like, listen, my son was God sent. I don't care. So I'll have him over again. He's so amazing. All her kids adult. Baby again, and it's like people like looked at you when you came to church. I didn't sing in the choir. I sat down and just held my baby. And people got over themselves. Yeah. Well, they had to. He's here. Yeah, he's here. And it's like you can't put him back inside. You're not God. You can't judge me. Mm-hmm. He's here. And what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. I mean, you can, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, nothing matters. Yeah. You ain't the one. Yeah. So people just look at you. What? Yeah, I'm done. So now it ain't your husband. Not an ain't your husband's child. What? I'm done. So now you're six. Now you said you met him at 16. I met him at 16. So you guys were together until you were 19? Actually, he was here. He was the organist here at our church. Actually, wow. That's how I met him. He's the organist here at the church. God rest his soul. He passed away. I think in 2000. Maybe 18, 2018 or 19. He passed away. Yeah. We met. And we ended up being together at 19. Like we broke up, then we got back together. We didn't stay together the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, we broke up because he started seeing the other girl here. I'm like, another girl at the church? At the church. Really, y'all? No, I'm playing. So then we broke up, and then we ended up getting back together. And then, then things happened. I had my son, and he decided not to stay. But you know what? I had an amazing son mm-hmm. with him. Amazing. So, amazing son. God knows what he's doing. Yeah. He gives us what we need. Yep, I prayed over my son when he's in my belly. Lord, mm-hmm. use him for your service. And he is. Yes. Wow. So that was my prayer that God would use him. And mm-hmm. he is an amazing young man. Mm-hmm. My daughter's an amazing young woman. My youngest is amazing. We wait for some bigger things to happen with him. Yeah. Yeah. So I had him at 19. I was a 19-year-old mama. Yeah. But look at my story now. Because we're about to tap into that. Yeah. So you're a 19-year-old mom. You're working. When did you decide that you wanted to be a correction officer? Let's see. Actually, I didn't. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. James was about, let's see, he was about 2. And we was a bunch of friends of ours, and we said we're going to take the correction test. We all went in the choir together in the community choir. We're going to take the test. We're all signed up for the test. Mm-hmm. Girl, the day of the test, oh no, we're going to go shopping. We're going to go to the beach. We didn't take the test. Oh, you didn't? No, we didn't take it. But in years come around again, I met my husband who told me to take the test. Okay. And that's why I took the test. And that's how I took the correction. He was in Rikers. He was at Rikers. Already? Yeah, already. Oh. Yeah, he had started at Rikers. And then... he didn't want you to come over there, though. Oh, well, I didn't want to be there anyway. No, but I'm just saying, he emphasized, no, you go over there. Yeah, take the correction. Okay. So I ended up taking the test, passing the test, and waiting for like a year and a half, actually, before I got over. It's ridiculous wait time. And, it's so funny, like, almost everybody I knew from Hempstead was working at the jail. I'm like, oh, this is where you been? It's happening again. Yeah, and why did you not tell me that you were working here? I could be making the money a lot. Right. It was good money. That's hilarious. Yeah, so like almost everybody, if they weren't working at the jail, they were in jail. I'm like, oh, this I'm dying at if they wasn't working, they were there. She said they wasn't in green, it was in orange, or green. Hey, oh, this where you been? Sorry. Not this where you've been, child. You can't call me by my first name. No, yep. I'll talk to you later. Still happening. It was crazy. It was like shout out to Hempstead, man. Wow, whoa. We be getting to our bread, but on a low sometimes. Yeah. That's like a little secret there. I was like, that's hilarious. I said, I saw jail today. Oh God. sometimes you miss people, you don't know where they are.
You know,
You're right.
I gotta stop. I gotta stop doing this because I always kill people.
Yeah.
I just assume they're dead.
Why
It's so bad. Well, it's my environment where I grew up. My friends, they get killed or they die. They die young from health stuff.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I be like, oh, I hope they're not dead. But I'll be. It's so bad. It really is bad. Then I start telling myself maybe they're down south because I want to feel better. Yeah. But I always be like, they might not even be here anymore.
You go there and you see everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what happens when you work where you live. Yeah. So,
unfortunately, a lot of times when I saw people used to it. And I know like their parents and anything, I would never say I saw such and such.
No, I don't.
You know why I did that? Because I know, because you know where they are.
Yeah, you absolutely know. Yeah, you absolutely know. And I don't speak unless they speak to me. Yeah, you know, because you don't know if they're uncomfortable. Yeah. Some don't care. Like, yo, what's good? You like, hey. I'm like, oh. What's going on? You know, you can't say my first name. Thank you. Yeah. See you later. Boy, go get a lock. Go lock in. Stop playing.
I had one person yelling out that he was my sister-in-law. I said, "You are not my brother-in-law."
I'm not even gonna touch. I can one up that, but I ain't gonna touch it because wow,
it was so funny.
People are different.
The whole dorm was quiet. I started screaming to the top of my lungs. And you will not say that again. You are not related to me. Oh my God. Yeah,
they lit him up after you left. Oh, girl. You know they did.
I lit him up. He went back in the room and closed the door. Went back in the room. They just shut the gate.
Yep. So after that, you a liar because when they say it, that means they done told them. They done told them before you find out.
The officer comes out to me and said, "More, this guy upstairs said he's your
brother-in-law." The same thing happened to me.
I'm like, brother-in-law. I said, one of my brother-in-law passed away. I said the other one's at work. What brother-in-law? I
was ready to flip. I'm like, I don't have any brothers incarcerated. Like I had an attitude. I'm like, I don't have any brothers incarcerated, so I don't know who this person is. And then I kind of found out he was in there snitching because different officers were coming to me from different places. I said, wait, wasn't the boy just over there? Who is this person? Wow. Yeah. So I'm like, I am not attached to him. I don't know who that person is.
It's crazy.
But it's different when you literally work where you live. So
jail life, I don't miss it, guys.
Yeah, I listen. I'm joining her soon. Come on, y'all pray for me. Amen. So, all right, now, how did you meet Uncle Larry? I mean, how did you meet your husband, Uncle Larry?
Well, that's the story. So I met him through his sister, who's deceased now, Karen. We worked together. I met him through her.
At another job?
We were at a place called BTS, which is Business Tax Service. We used to do data entry together. Okay. And I dropped her off one day, and she said, he yelled out, "Who's that?"
Thirst bucket.
She said, "These are my friends." He says, "Come here." I said, "Oh, bye, Larry." We just kept going. We kept going. So, and it's so crazy. One day I was walking through JCPenney's.
That is your store still.
I don't know why I was walking.
She loves JCPenney's.
Yeah, I used to bring all the kids.
That's why I know JCPenney's.
Yeah. I was walking. I don't know where I was. I might have been with someone else. I don't know who I was with. But anyway, he had his daughter. He had a daughter at the time. Right. Tiffany. My other daughter, Tiffany. My grown daughter. She's now a mommy.
She's now a mommy and engaged, right?
Yeah, no, she's married.
She's married already?
She married. They got engaged at the baby shower. He married her probably 2 days later.
Yes, husband. Yes. Don't even play with it. Yes. Listen, I love it. Congratulations, Tiffany.
Yes.
Wow, I love that.
2 days later, so yeah. And we have our new little baby Corey. She's so adorable. I think she's been here before. Girl, talking.
I love it.
Yeah, Corey, she's sweet as pie. Yeah, so he had Tiffany sitting on the counter because her birthday's in April, actually April 4th. So he had her on the counter buying her diamond earring because that's her.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, that's her birthstone.
Ow.
So I said, "Oh, hey," I said, "Your name's Larry, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, who are you?" Oh, I guess he couldn't see far enough. I said, "Oh, I work with your sister Karen." "Yeah." "Oh, come here." I says, "No, you got your daughter. Enjoy your daughter." I'm not going to do it. I was like, "Nah, man." He kept calling me every day at my job, kept calling me.
We didn't have DMs then.
I'm like, "Man, back up. Like, leave me alone."
No sliding into DMs, just you.
Yeah, so and at that time, of course, he had a daughter, so he was in between whether he should be back with the mom because of his daughter, or whether he should stay with me in a long relationship, and it kind of like we broke up for a minute because he decided he wanted to be there for his daughter, and it crushed me. Right. I was super, super duper crushed.
Yeah, that's the chance you take with somebody with a baby.
Yeah, I was crushed. And he must have been crushed too because he came back.
Well, all the crushing.
He brought it back together. And years later, we got married, and I have a pretty decent relationship with her mom, we have a pretty cordial relationship, I can call her, she can call me, you know, and I'm glad that it's like that because nobody has time to be fighting with baby mamas. Nobody,
come on in here.
Who has time for that? I don't.
Help somebody,
yes,
child.
Yes, so
it's exhausting.
I'm glad that we had the relationship that we have, you know, with all that transpired when I was younger. So, you know, as you get older, you should, you know, do what grown folks do if you're an adult now.
If you're an adult.
You know, so yeah. So yeah, it's a pretty good relationship now, you know, and it's just wonderful. Yeah. You know, we can all be in the same room.
They're all great. All the kids are great.
Yeah, we can all be in the same room together. You know, you don't want to be somebody over here talk about the mother and something. No, we can all.
We're good. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't know nothing about that. We're good.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. I'm a people person anyway.
So you're in corrections. You're a mom. You're married now. When did you decide to start Youth for Tomorrow?
So Youth for Tomorrow was channeled in, what happened was it was CYO we were working with, and then CYO, Catholic Youth Organization, was where we did a sports program. Wayne Hall, who was actually at that time running the program, who became trustee, then mayor, actually asked me to take it over, his program. So because I couldn't get grant money or I couldn't get things under the Catholic Youth Organization, they wasn't giving me anything. I had to open up my own. So what I did in 1992, I opened up my own non-for-profit, which is YFT Youth for Tomorrow Incorporated. And I actually didn't get it started off the ground at that time. I didn't probably actually start doing it probably until 2002. It just sat on the shelf. Because I didn't know I had all the tools.
Sitting on your gifts.
No, because I didn't realize I had all the tools that I needed to actually do the program. So what happened was a woman at the Community Development Center said, listen, you have everything. I didn't know.
Come on in here.
So she showed me how to work it. And listen, I've been doing it ever since and helping other people get nonprofits. So so I did what I had to do, and that's how I do it. YFT.
So because you always had a love for children, was it natural for you to get into the sports, or was it that Mr. Hall said, you can do this, and you were like, okay, well, he cool, let me just do it?
Well, it was natural for me to get into the sports, but the administrative piece is what I wasn't sure that I could do.
Right. Because Jamie played ball.
He played ball. LT played baseball. You know, he did some football. Asia played basketball. LT played basketball. Yeah, so at that time, my kids were young, so the little ones, they ran track first. So we did track. So Wayne actually wanted me to take it over. I said, I can't do this. I'll help you with the paperwork. You can do it. So pretty much now I'm like, I'm a pro. I can do it with my eyes closed.
Excuse me.
But actually, that's one of my gifts, administrative gifts. So which is, I had to find it out on my own. I didn't even know I had it. You know?
See that? Somebody else who sees the gifts and have you tap into that thing.
Yeah,
love that.
He pushed me up. I'm like, I can't do it.
And the lady's like, why? You got what you need.
Yeah, the lady told me I have what I need.
Love that.
So, so we actually ended up starting the program under Youth for Tomorrow. Even though we still ran the Catholic Youth Organization, ran under that umbrella of them because we had to be affiliated with the church in order to be in their track program or their basketball program, which is Our Lady of Loretto.
Right.
They gave us nothing. They didn't give us any money.
Never.
They didn't give us a place to practice. Just their name.
Literally just their name.
Yeah, they even tried to take money that came in the mail and try to keep it. What do you call those? What do you call him? Priest or whatever he is? The Catholic priest.
Are you serious?
Yes, because
you never told me that.
Yeah, because I don't think you need to know that.
Right, true.
So what happened was,
y'all.
Yeah, so what happened with the Catholic churches, the priests, they're in charge of the money,
right.
Yeah, and I'm like, he's the only one who can get signed.
Right.
So it took me a long time, to get money back.
You I can't keep doing this. This don't make no sense.
So finally, I
come on, God.
Yeah,
we ain't with it.
It's over.
It's a wrap. We doing our own
serious
thing.
Wrap. So
and I love that.
So everything, we got our bank account straight. We got our paperwork straight. And this is where we are today. Yeah.
Amen. Yeah. So now, because this is what I love about Youth for Tomorrow. Instead of going outside, how did you find people, to keep it going? Because I see friendships that you have on board. So talk to us about that.
So Stacy Hargraves, which is Lucas now, she was her children were out actually running track. So her and I actually grouped up together. We started doing it. And Beverly Wells, you remember Miss Wells, Beverly Wells? She was also one of the parents coming out with her grandchildren running. There was a guy named Andre. I can't remember Andre's name. Sorry, Andre. I'm totally sorry.
Oh, the last name?
Yeah, the last name. But we all had our kids running track together. So, they were like the main players that actually came. So these are teachers, administrators, law enforcement agencies that coming in to help. And as people, decide to branch out, their kids grew up and left, some left, and we started getting more people. Then I had like Chris Edmond, his wife, Dawn Edmond, they came on board. Oh, her name escapes me. I'm sorry. Linda St. John.
I was thinking of her.
Yeah,
I'm like,
how could I forget Linda? Linda was such an integral part of the Youth for Tomorrow. And she still helps me out sometimes. She helps me out with people work when we start up the program again. So then we have parents that actually help, that come in and actually help us keep things afloat.
Right.
And Kawana Jones Manley.
Jones.
I call it Kawana Jones Manley.
Nah, it's the other way. It's called Manley Jones.
Yeah, Manley Jones. Yeah, she's that man. Manley Jones. Yeah, she's the treasurer. So yeah, we have those people that actually didn't leave me and just didn't desert me. And they come to keep the program going.
Absolutely.
And there's more people. I think her name is London's mom. Is it Kenyatta or something like that?
London.
I can't remember.
I can't think of
London
who that
was
is.
fast. London was fast. She's my third grader. She was super fast.
I could see the face.
Maybe her mom is Kenyatta. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I can't think of her name. She texted me today, actually.
That's funny.
Yeah, she texted me today asking about the track program. Yeah, so I have those parents that actually are looking forward to actually have track started and to be on board. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I'm hoping I'm not missing anyone. I really hope I am.
Yep, you are. No, I'm
and Shanice, I'm sorry, my secretary.
No, not me, but I'm saying I'm sure you are.
Yeah, well, she's just my secretary. And,
yeah, but
I'm trying to think. I'm hoping I'm not missing anyone else. Can you think of anybody? And I'm sorry.
She is sorry. She's also nervous too.
Yeah.
I wish we could see messaging in the chat, but we can't. But yeah, no, huge thank you and shout out to everybody who has kept, assisted her and keeping, Youth for Tomorrow afloat. It has been an amazing program. We've had numerous children, just the time that I was there, that have gone on to college on track scholarships.
Yes.
So, we encourage the parents that end up taking their kids out some years. We're like, listen, you want to keep them active in these things because you don't know who will see your child.
Exactly.
You don't know what scout is out there, watching them run, watching them be professional as well. Not just the running, but your behavior. You don't know who's going to see your child. So keep them involved in sports. If they're good at something, keep them involved. If it's a money thing, be transparent. Be transparent. It could be another parent, someone who has nothing to do with the program that may sponsor your child.
Exactly.
So don't not bring them. Don't not bring them.
Exactly.
So thank you so much, for starting that program. It's changed. It's literally changed lives. And I'm saying what I saw for myself, and I wasn't even there in the beginning. So continue to, to bless the youth with that.
And those who are listening, if you would like to be a part, please listen. Contact us. Listen, I love it. I was talking to my son the other day about the word of vulnerability. I used to think it was like a curse word. And I told him, I said, sometimes I didn't ask for help. You think you can do everything yourself. You know how that is.
Or when you're used to doing everything yourself.
Yeah. So, but you have to ask for help if you want a program to run efficiently. So I learned to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Help somebody. Ask. It's not a weakness. It's a strength. You understand you can't do it all. That is how powerful that is to have an awareness to say, I just realized I can't do it all. So let me contact such and such. She's in accounting.
Yeah.
Oh, she go to my church.
Yeah.
Don't she do such? She could probably help. Let me see what she. The worst thing to say is no.
Exactly.
And then you move on to the next person with that exact gift, because that's what we want to. Okay. She know why I'm laughing. We want to tap into the people who actually have that particular gift.
Yes.
Not someone we need to. It's okay let me say this, because I don't want to sound like a meme. But if you are teachable.
That's the word.
Okay?
Teachable.
If you are teachable and you really have a desire to learn a certain thing that will assist, someone has no problem with helping you or training you. But you also have to understand, if you're not able to get it, you can't get upset.
Yeah.
Because the program needs to run efficiently.
Yeah.
So I think we need to work on being real with ourselves about certain things. Yeah. Not just taking titles on and then feeling some type of way when somebody says this isn't working out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't be about you.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be about whatever that organization is or whatever that job is. And in her case, it's supposed to be about the kids.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be about making sure this thing is afloat so they can have opportunities that can change their lives for the better.
Yeah.
Especially when they come from places like where people getting shot at, where they're losing their friends for crazy stuff, or their parents are got whatever they got going on. It's bigger than you.
Yeah.
So if you know someone and trust you to do a certain thing and you sign on for that and it doesn't work and they say, listen, we got to get someone else, you should not take that thing personal. Yeah. You should not, because it's not about you.
Exactly.
I just want to share that thing.
Thank you.
That little thing right there. I watched her go through some stuff.
Yeah.
And she stayed humble about it. And I'm like, girl, God bless you. God bless you, sis. Because what? Yeah.
It wasn't about me, it's about the kids.
Right, it's about the kids.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we had some doozies. You know, you live and you learn.
Absolutely.
I had some tough people next to me. She's gonna pay.
On them. She had the right to.
No, you gonna.
Shout out to Kawana. We were like pit bulls in a skirt. What's up? Nope.
Make them pay.
Nope.
You will not have nothing.
Because you are.
I had to like walk away.
We gotta hear the conversations. We tired of hearing these conversations.
I had to walk away. Because I was like, oh God, no.
Yes. But listen, it's God when it's not gonna always feel good. Growing does not feel good all the time.
Yeah.
Being uncomfortable does not feel good. It just doesn't. But it's worth it. It's part of the process for us to grow up.
Yeah.
Because he has a bigger plan.
Yeah.
He has a bigger plan. So thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for
welcome.
That. So now you are a correction officer.
Yes.
You have 3 children.
Yes.
What was that like?
Oh, let me tell you, I loved my baby. I wish they were little now. I said, Ma, you wish she was little. I said, I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
I loved when they were little. People was like, I don't like when they're little. They want to grow up. I loved when they were little.
Yeah.
We get to go out, do
all mine ain't even that big, but I miss it.
All little kid fun things. I loved when they were little. You know what? I mean, because I worked, I might have missed out some days, but I made sure they were in dance class, baseball, track, basketball, music class,
and working doubles.
NISMA, Hofstra. They were everywhere. Swimming, on the swimming team. I'm like, sheesh.
And she was doing it.
Yes, in band practice. It was just insane. But you know what? Choir practice.
Church.
Yeah. Sunday school. They were everywhere, but I had to make sure that they were well-rounded. You know what I mean? I didn't keep them on one thing, because our work is not their fault that they can't do what they have to do. I had to make it work.
Right.
I had to make it work for them, Larry, they need to do this. Well, what you want to know, make them go. Right. Don't be lazy on them. They gotta go.
Come on now. Yeah. And then you also had your family.
Yeah.
Please, big shout out to the village. Yeah. Okay, the village. Yeah. We got to give the village more credit. No one does it by themselves. Nope. If you a correction officer and you got a husband and children, you're not always able to leave that job.
Nope.
They can call you an hour beforehand and say, listen, we got to keep you. So someone has to step in.
Yeah.
Amen?
Yeah.
Somebody got to step in. And those people matter. Because she steps in when I'm like, Vic, Jesus, all right, I'm stuck again, Shaq. Can you get it? Okay. It was our husband for Larry. And shout out to my cousin Tracy as well. But, shout out to the village. Yeah. You got to give credit and homage to where it is due.
They spend a lot of grandmas. They love
them grandmas, honey. Yeah, them grandmas. That grandma love is different, Chad.
Yeah. All the fried chicken. Grandma gave us fried chicken. Oh, really?
Yo, there was always food. There was always food in Miss Moorehouse. I promise you.
Eat something that I never liked.
What?
Bread pudding.
You don't like bread pudding?
No.
Oh, I like bread pudding.
They were like OD, the kids on my mother. She made that bread. I mean, she made the big, thick pans. They'll be this thick, and the kids eating, and I just look at them. Oh.
Was it the texture?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of pudding anyway. So.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not a big fan of pudding. Like, how people make banana pudding in the oven, and I don't like it like that. If it's not made with whipped cream like I like it, that's the only way I eat it.
Wow.
I cannot eat it cooked. I don't like it in the container. I don't know. It's just something.
Mind you, her daughter makes this stuff too.
Yeah, I don't like puddings. I'm sorry.
I don't like so, all right. Clearly now, fast forward now, I work at the jail.
Woo.
He'll help us, Lord.
Help you, God.
Jesus.
Just a few more months.
Just a few more. All right, praise the Lord. Now, share with us, if you can, anything that you've gone through there where you were like, yep, I work in Nassau County. I'm a Black woman from Hempstead, and I feel that thing right now.
I had one incident where I spoke to someone about saying something to me derogative, and I put that person in check. But for the most part, you know, the people that worked there were funny because they would say to me, "Oh, you just like them." I said, "Like who?" You know, the other persuasion. I said, "No, I'm not like them." I said, I said, I have their respect. They're not going to talk to me any kind of way they want to. They're not going to say what they want to say around me. I'm not dealing with that, you know? So I didn't really have that so much. The only time that really kind of pissed me off when there's, I can mention his name because he don't care. Andre Guilty. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if he's still there or not. But something he said on Facebook or whatever he said, I really don't even know. I can't remember, but I really don't care. So now they want to get rid of this guy because he said something about,
this is a black man,
about racist. I don't even know what the man said. They want to have a big old rally outside. And you know, I'm so like slow to take things in, and I couldn't figure it out until I got back into the office. And it annoyed me. So when I saw that person later, I just looked at him. I was like, "You are just disgusting." So we're outside doing this rally, and I'm talking because I'm like, "Why are we out here?" He goes, "More, you want a cracker?" And I'm like ignoring. I'm like, "What?"
What?
I'm like, you know, so what he was trying to say was that Guilty was saying that, calling them crackers or whatever, and he was trying to hand me a cracker. And I was oblivious. Get it.
He better be glad you ain't get it. He better, listen, Jesus saved your life. He better be glad that you did not get it.
I was like, no, why would I? No, it was too early in the morning. Why would I want the cracker? And I just kept walking. And then I finally went inside, and it wasn't until I sat down at my desk and it dawned on me. I said, what?
Like, really, sir? Wow.
People are crazy.
It's the audacity for me. Wow.
Yeah, they just do some strange things, you know, and it's their upbringing for those who've never hung around different cultures. It's the upbringing. You think you can say what you want. You think you're better than others. Nobody's better than the next person. Nobody. So, you know, they already knew that. Listen, the men there respected me when I was in the union. They wouldn't even curse while I was at the meeting.
She was the first black person.
First black person in the union.
In the union.
In the total, yes. First black female.
The first. That's a big deal.
First female and first black.
Right. First female and first black.
And they wouldn't curse around me. The guys that respected me, they made sure that they were talking right. You know, when they did go into other places, I didn't go. Bars, y'all can have your good old time by yourself.
Right.
I don't have time for it, you know. But yeah, I mean, being there wasn't so bad. But you know, you can also see the favoritism. You know, you could see that they'll give this one a job because they're sleeping with that one. And I'll tell you they're not, but you know they are.
Right.
You know, we see it every single day there. You know, how you show favoritism to this one because that might be your brother's cousin or I have no idea.
Oh, they fix stuff in your house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They made you a whole kitchen table or something. I have no idea.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so it might be somebody's grandmother. I have no idea. But yeah, you can see the favoritism, you know. Yeah. You can see it, you know. And some people say, "Oh, I never forget to ask my friend Michelle." I'm shouting you out, Michelle Eckert. Okay. Yeah, I never forget. I said, Michelle. I said, "Do you think that there's racism here?" You know, she's of the other persuasion. No, I don't see that. I said, "Yeah, you wouldn't see it. You know why? You're not black, Michelle." I said, "Maybe you dated black men, but you're not black, Michelle."
And maybe because the ones around you don't think you're black either.
You don't see it, but yeah, there is, Michelle. No, I think you're wrong. I said, "Girl, bye." She's dated a black officer there. She's dated different men, but I'm just saying, like, you don't see that, like, you know. But,
it's a choice, though.
Yeah, you know.
And it's selective sight.
And see, and because you know, she's really sweet. You know, and she's been taken advantage of. Yeah, she's been taken advantage of. You know,
I've never seen her be sweet before.
You don't know her?
I absolutely know her.
Oh, really?
I just never seen her be sweet before.
Oh, really? Wow. Man.
No.
That's probably because after all the things she's been through, she
don't care.
Angry. Yeah.
Don't care.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, wow. Don't care. Yeah, I'll never forget her. Absolutely. I'll never forget her. When I started, I thought it was going to be hands and feet.
Oh, really? Wow. She's that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And her crew.
Oh, but yeah, that crew was crazy.
Yeah, and her crew. But you know, those kind of jobs, you really have to know who you are. You know, especially when you work in an environment where, like she said, she's asking a straightforward question and the person says, "I don't see it," and they know it's there.
Yeah.
You really absolutely have to be you have to know who you are, and you have to be bold in that, and the moment that you sway from that, you're getting pounced on. Soon as you act as though, okay, maybe I'm not so, maybe I really don't know who I am, let me just see what this is like, you're going to get swallowed whole.
Wow.
And understand you're going to be at the bottom of that thing when it hits the fan, because they're going to be there for each other and you're going to be left behind. So,
it's a rough place if you don't have tough skin, and if you can't talk back, it could be a rough place.
Oh yeah,
it could be rough. That's why
it's not for everybody.
And the thing is that and it doesn't have to be rough, because what really gets me is that you went through the same training I did. You took the same test. You did the same agility test. You took the same academy. Okay, you might have a 1 bar today, and I don't have one, but there's no reason to treat somebody the way you treat them. We got this job the same exact way. Test, agility test, academy.
Yep.
Now you got 1 bar. You think you all that?
But it's a you thing, like we know, it's a you thing. It's a personality glitch.
It was just ridiculous
stuff that goes on. A lot of it you can tell is connected to childhood. Like you can tell when you're working with somebody who was bullied as a child, and now they're a big bad officer and they're crazy now. They're psycho now, and you have to be careful. You have to be mindful. Be mindful, and you really need to know who you are when you encounter people like that, because you will be in trouble because of the stuff they start, because they usually can't finish what they start. So you need to make it clear. Listen, you're not going to be doing all that when we're working together, and if you don't want to work with me, that's fine. But let's handle it now. So I can go somewhere else, and you can continue to be an idiot. But I don't sign up for that. I come here to make money and take care of my family. I'm not here for the other nonsense.
Crazy.
But some of them are there for the nonsense.
It's
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's really, really crazy. But but once you find your way, find your niche, like she said, whether you want to be bothered or not, because I know officers who never worked overtime, who don't be bothered, don't come to nothing. You see, I'm like, oh, I don't see. I go home, boy. I go home. I'm on my business. They don't talk to nobody. They don't make no friends. Absolutely. They go home. For me, I'm the happy-go-lucky one. I make a lot of friends, right?
And I don't make friends.
No,
I don't make friends.
One friend.
I don't make friends, but I love my people. So, and that's what I want to tap into. So when did you get involved with? When you were there, it was actually called the Brothers of the Shield.
Brothers of the Shield, yes.
So when did you get involved with that?
So I started probably going to the Brothers of the Shield.
You can explain what the Brothers of the Shield
is. An organization for African American officers that are working for Nassau County Sheriff's Department. I'm not really sure what year it was, but the organizer was Oscar Powell at the time. Big guy. He got us all to be in the organization, which is an organization that's supposed to help officers when with not being treated fairly, in the department.
Racism.
In the department. Yeah, racism. And we started there, and then Oscar left, and a couple of people left. So this particular organization has gone up and down, up and down, up and down. It's been great days, and it's seen its worst days. And I guess it's trying to come back now. I am still a part of that organization, but we're now called. What are we called?
Nassau County Sheriff Guardians. Let me help her out a little bit. Yeah, I want you to explain why was it created.
It was created because officers being mistreated. Not posts were not being given to them.
Officers of color.
Officers of color, yes. If I was there for maybe 10 years, and there's a person who's been there for 2 years, not of color, they got the job and not me. Hello.
But not just that, they were finding nooses and things.
And I had the qualifications, and they didn't, but they took the person's 2 years because that's their cousin, or that's their brother, or that's their friend.
Nepotism,
whatever it is, whatever it is. Yeah, so then they were doing things back then. I wasn't there then. They're saying they're finding nooses and finding things written on the wall. All kinds of derogatory stuff. Listen, racism is never going anywhere. So it's never going anywhere. And I mean, at the job now, I'm sure it's it's got to be a little better than when I was first started. Trust me.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I would think so. Yeah, I would do stuff. I would have never made it. I would have never made it back then.
Yeah, I know. It's a little. I'm quite just a little better when I started. Yeah, and I'm quite sure. Listen, I'm going to say it is a little better. Because back then it was insane. I think some people were even afraid to talk. It was crazy.
Right.
And listen, it's never going to go away. It's never going to go away, whether it's that job or anything, a particular person anywhere else. So you got to definitely, like Shanice says, you got to know who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know why,
and have an outside life.
And why you? Yeah, don't.
I think that's one of the things that I noticed with that place is that a lot of the people are like connected to the job so much. There's no outside world for them.
Yeah.
So when you have a life on the outside, you're confused with their behavior. Yes. You ain't got nothing else going on. Like, dang,
you've been here 24 hours. You dumb.
Not even just the working situation, but everything is the behavior. It just doesn't register to someone who has an outside life.
Yeah.
Like, we just don't get a lot of stuff that goes on. Like, there's penis somewhere other places.
Yeah.
So why do you have to sleep with this person who's married at your job? It doesn't make any sense, because now you're that person. You can't undo that.
Yeah.
You cannot undo that. Yeah. Period. And then once that doesn't work, you're that person still. Yeah. That's the stain on you.
Now you're looking stupid.
Now you look crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a lot that goes on. But the Brothers of the Shield was created because there was racism going on. These individuals, and from what it sounded like to me, this is just what it sounded like to me. You can correct me if I'm wrong. The Black people were more cohesive, because they were going through these things. There were conversations had where they were like, yeah, we got to do something. Something has to give. Yeah. So they were more together. Yeah. Since I've been there, I never really experienced that.
Yeah,
where everybody was really together. And it's been a struggle for me the years I've been there, because I would have loved to have that.
Yeah.
But what I've seen is us doing each other wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's hurtful.
Yeah.
That is very disappointing.
Yeah.
So, the name has changed now because the organization came up under the Grand Council. So all the other organizations, other places, the city, Westchester, other Long Island or whatever, everyone is, Sheriff Guardians, such and such, whatever that facility is. And that was done because we needed more numbers.
More numbers.
Because the people literally in the facility are not supportive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's still not happening. It's still not going. But once again, that's connected to knowing who you are.
Yeah.
Some come in saying, well, it's safer if I'm like that. It's not very safe if I'm so pro-Black. So I have to kind of play the fence, and you kind of can't.
But you are Black.
Who said?
You are
so
Black.
you it's a thing where, how they say, pick a side.
You don't gotta pick a side.
And people don't pick the side.
You don't gotta pick a side.
They try to ride the fence, and it causes issues. It makes it creates a morale that's negative, and like I said, it can be very confusing and disappointing when somebody who look like your mama will go against you for somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's we got to do something different. Yeah. She now has family there.
Yeah.
And I said flat out, if I'd have known, I'd have told him, don't go. Don't go. Because it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And you take these jobs, in particular these county jobs or state jobs as well, to provide for your family, to have insurance and things for your family. But when you have organizations built inside that aren't for Black people, you have to figure out other things for your family.
Yeah. And
that's hard. So you got to work in a toxic environment and figure things out for yourself on the outside. And that's an issue.
Yeah.
That's an issue. Yeah. And they need to do something about that. I'm saying they because I ain't.
You are so funny. Oh my God. You are hilarious.
But she's now treasurer of No, what are you?
Corresponding secretary.
She was treasurer.
Yes.
Now she's corresponding secretary.
Yes.
Amen. Okay.
Yes.
On the national. What's it?
Nassau County Sheriff.
Nassau County Sheriff Guardians.
See, now I know. Thank you.
Nassau County Sheriff Guardians. But in all, as a whole, we have to do better by ourselves and by one another, especially when we are in positions like law enforcement.
Yeah.
Because there's so much going on. I really need somebody to catch that you actually being bold enough to say when something is wrong can save a life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I need you to really, really, truly understand that thing. That's why I'm not afraid of anybody.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm right.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's kind of hard when everybody else behind you is like, I think she's right. I mean, she is right, but I don't want to say she's right. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. And that's what we need to figure that out in that particular place. But in Nassau County as a whole, there's a lot going on, in reference to, how African Americans are treated.
I'm
praying for y'all for sure.
Prayerfully.
I'm praying for y'all for sure.
Thank you.
So Now, coordinator of Youth for Tomorrow. Now retired. How many years did you do?
I did 26 years. 26.
Why didn't you stay?
You know what? For what? No, didn't want to. And the only reason why I did 26 was because I had to make up time for my daughter.
Right. You had a baby?
Reason. Yep, I had Asia and I had to make up time. So that's the only reason why I stayed for 20. I wanted to stay for 30. And I was like, no.
Ooh,
I
that
wanted
number.
to stay for 30.
That number just gave me a heartburn.
And I was like, well, you know, mom's getting older. Go just hang out with mom. Go hang out with the kids. Go. So you got grandbabies now. Go hang out with them. You know, I had the chance, like if my son and my daughter-in-law had to go to work, or if they needed me for a week, I would go and watch them or bring them out to me. I wouldn't have that.
God's timing, honey.
I wouldn't have had that if you know, if
God's timing.
Work. So yeah. And you know, I enjoyed them so much. They some little ladies, well, they are hilarious.
She has twin grandchildren. Yes.
So yeah, listen. When I retired, I always had the chance like to hang out with them more, and we'd go to different places. It's
living the best life.
Yeah, those are my babies.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Those are my
All right, so you're retired. You're retired now.
Yes.
And now you're taking on something that is close to my heart.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so godly proud of you, and you know, I expressed how I felt. I was like in tears, like. Yeah. And it once again, it's my people. It's my people, bro. Like when I say I love my people, that is not just something I say. It is this for me. Yeah. So there is no, she's like this one day. No, she's not. That's, you made that up. Yeah. Like I absolutely love my people. Yeah. So her and I had conversations connected to life insurance because of a certain Black officer who passed away. You know, he was there a very long time. He retired and should have been living his best life. He always made me laugh. He was just a good person, man. Like I'm getting emotional. He was just really a good dude. Yeah. And he lived on the Heights. So, you know, I saw him all the time. He literally lived around the corner from my dad. Heights world. So when he passed and a GoFundMe was created, it crushed me. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. It devastated me. I said, what is this?
Did me in.
I said, wait, what? Who trying to do what? That doesn't make it. He gotta have life insurance.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, he do have life insurance. Y'all lying on him.
He did not have life insurance, and I was confused. And I started thinking about the influx of GoFundMes for when people who look like us were passing away, and it was starting to annoy me.
Annoy me. I can't.
I'm like, I don't think I've ever not had life insurance.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I had one child. Life insurance. Yeah. My next child come, life insurance.
So that's how it happened with me.
But then I realized I was taught that.
Yeah.
My mama had life insurance. God bless the dead. Yeah. When she passed, we had to do nothing. Yeah. She did not leave that burden on her children.
No, it's not fair.
It's not fair. So now tell us what you're doing now.
So yes, thank you. I am now a life insurance agent. Yes. So the reason why I decided to do my the life insurance piece. Again, it was a Facebook GoFundMe, which annoys me to bitter end. You know, and our culture, I mean, it's just happening so much.
Right.
Like you can have everything in life ready. You want to get your kids the latest sneakers or the latest clothes or everyday life. You're just going to work and thinking that every day is going to be there. But, you know, there's going to be a day when it's not there.
Right.
You know, life is not promised to us. People make, you know, choices of to get it or not to get it. But I'm telling you to get it. Yeah. Just like you said, we lost the officer, GoFundMe. I see other GoFundMe on Facebook, you know, and then I don't want to feel like listen, I'm not being selfish. I don't think anybody who passes away, don't come looking for me for life insurance. I already told my family members, if something happens to you, you don't have life insurance, I'm just going to kick you in the ocean.
Not kick you in the ocean,
listen, because it's not fair that now, you know, we have to
figure things out. Yeah.
One, I'm already upset that you
I'm hurting
away.
Already.
I'm hurting. Two, now I have to figure out how we have to bury it. Right. And it's very, very disheartening to put that off on others. You know, people who say, okay, I'm going to work. Like, nothing's ever going to happen. They got the latest shoes, the latest coats, the latest bag, the biggest cars, but no life insurance. Right. People don't plan.
No, I don't.
Okay? Nobody plans to die. We didn't even plan to live.
Hello.
We didn't make ourselves. So people don't plan, you know, to have things in order when something is to happen tragically. on themselves,
right.
on their children.
Right.
You know, it is so important that we get it together, people, you know. And that is like this is one of my biggest piece reason why I did the life insurance piece is because of that. Mm-hmm. I want us to be educated.
Yes.
You know, why we need life insurance. Mm-hmm. You know, life insurance is not to make you rich. Mm-hmm. That's one.
But it can.
Okay, but it can.
Please tap into that.
Life insurance is not to make you rich. Yeah. You know, it's to make you whole. Mm-hmm. So just say your husband and wife, you know, he's gone. That's a salary that's going out the door. Where are you getting the money from? Right. So so now you have this life insurance piece that can actually bring you home, to get your mortgage paid up, to get your car paid up, you know, to make sure your kids are going to college. You know, you have to take care of things now. Right. Don't wait till you're 50 to get it. Right. If you're 20, you need to get your own insurance. Mm-hmm. Okay? Get your own insurance. Get the term insurance. And I'm going to tell you why to get the term insurance. People like say, get whole life. I say, the reason why you shouldn't get whole life. Now, I had whole life. And because I'm being educated now, the reason why you don't get whole life is that whole life promises you that they're going to save, that you're going to get all this money in your savings a couple years from now. Maybe in 20 years. But in 20 years, even if you had, just say if you had $30,000 in the interest on your life insurance policy, your family does not get that if you pass away. They keep it. Oh. They keep it.
And how is that?
They won't give it to you. They'll tell you you can keep it, but you won't keep it. No.
How is that legal?
Exactly. That's what they tell you. Get this money, it can help your kid go to college. But if you borrow that money, just say if you borrowed the $30,000, you had it for your son to go to college. Mm-hmm. If something was to happen to you, they will minus your policy $30,000 less than what your face of value amount is. Yeah. So you have to be educated on what type of policy you get. Right. And people say, term is term. It can end up. Yeah, but if you're 20, what is 30 years from now? You'll be 50. Right. Okay, so 50, it'll go up a little bit, but you won't have to show insurability. Just say it 50.
Explain to them what insurability is. I know what you're saying. But
so just say 50 now, because at 20, you were young already. You were young, you had no problems. So at 50 now, you're a diabetic, you have high blood pressure, you have cholesterol problems. Mm-hmm. And now at 50, you don't have to go back to the medical process because you already have a policy. Mm-hmm. It's going to cost you a couple more bucks to do another 20 years or 30, whatever you want. So people don't realize that, you can up it again. Mm-hmm. When you turn 50, you can do it again. But if you get insurance at 50 and you have high blood pressure, or if you smoke, mm-hmm. or if you're overweight, mm-hmm. or if you have some kind of medical issues, with mental disabilities, first of all, you're not going to get it if you got cancer. Right. You're not going to get it.
Shout out to Affleck. You better have something.
You're not going to get it if you have some type of mental issues, depending on what type of medications. You can get it if you're overweight. You can get it if you're smoking, but it's going to be at a higher rate. Right. So for a 20-year-old to get life insurance now, not smoking, it's probably going to cost them $26 maybe, around that. Mm-hmm. Nothing crazy. Right. Now, if you wait to be 50 and you're smoking, you're asking to pay $100 and something, and let me tell you something. People think they can get away with just say they don't smoke, mm-hmm. or they don't have medical problems. But every time you go to the doctor, mm-hmm. anytime you've ever gone to the doctor, it's called MIB. Yeah. Medical Investigation Bureau. Yep. They know everything about you. That's right. Your blood type.
Because they don't want to give you the money.
How many medications you've taken from a child up to now. They know mm-hmm. everything. Mm-hmm. They know, I didn't even realize it. They know mm-hmm. everything about you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So if you wait, you either going to get it or it's going to be higher. Right. So my thing is now to get people, before they turn 40, get your insurance. Listen, take care of your business. Right. Don't do that to your family. Don't do them like that. Right. Make sure you're taken care of, If you want to leave it to your dog, I really don't care who you leave it to, but you need to make sure your business is taken care of. Mm-hmm. That's not fair to your family. It's not fair to your friends. Mm-hmm. Whatever your plans are to be, whether it's cremation, that's even costing a lot now. I think cremation.
They're catching on to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, cremation, I think it's like up to $6,000 now. So, yeah, everything is costing now. Everything's going up. they said, okay, they think cremation is gonna be $2,000, not no more.
Right.
Everything costs.
Right.
So even if you think that you can't afford it, you need to check it out, and make sure that you have things in order.
Yeah.
It's so important that everyone, and I mean everyone, get life insurance.
I had to tell my husband, let's go.
Get
okay,
life
sir.
insurance,
Let's do it.
So yes, that's definitely my goal, to see if I can insure 1,000 families.
I need you to think bigger.
Listen, my goal for the year.
I need you to think bigger.
For the year is 1,000. Listen, if I get 1,000, 2,000, but my goal is to do 1,000 families. And I just want to make sure that people are taken care of. And listen, I went and got this license. You don't even know what I went through. I got it on my birthday.
Yeah, baby.
I got the license
Happy birthday, Vic. You're an agent.
Listen, and I'm going to tell a quick story, before, about this license thing. So I studied and I was like wigging out, because I hadn't been to school in so long. So to study the plan, they give you the test to take. You practice. I kept saying, you're not ready. So they want to push you out there. I said, y'all not pushing me out there. I'm taking it when I'm ready.
Not today, Satan.
No, because, I know sometimes things takes a little more time for me to absorb. So what they thought I should take it in 2 weeks, I took it probably in like 3.5 weeks, on my birthday. And I was ready. After I took the test and started getting all the high, I said, okay, I'm ready. And my mentor kept saying, you can do it. You got it, Vicky. Don't worry. You're going to pass this. I'm like, oh my God. So the day I went to take the test, and she says to me, my mentor, she goes, you're supposed to go to Westboro. I said, no, I'm going to Hempstead. So I get to Hempstead, and I get to the door, so I got to get my phone because I got to know where to go.
Right.
I get the phone. I said, oh, damn, Westbury. I don't even call her.
She's like, a little embarrassed. Let me just go.
So I get in the car and I'm rushing to Westbury. So I go to the person.
I didn't know that.
I got to park my car. My car's across the street. You guys say, okay, you got enough time. Just go across the street, park your car. So I'm running late now.
Right.
So I said, okay, should I move it? Or maybe I should move it. I get a ticket. I don't know. So I moved it back. They told me I could park back there, but I was blocking another car. Uh-oh. So now I'm not thinking, it's a building. So I go inside and finally take the test, taking deep breaths, and
anxiety low.
And I'm sitting there after I take the test and I'm finished. So I'm sitting like this. I said, okay, you're done. So it said hit complete. So my finger was like this. Oh God. So I hit to complete. So I held my head down like this. And I seen a green mark. Oh my God.
It was just like that?
Yes.
That's dope.
Yes.
That's fine.
I was like, oh God, thank you. I don't have to cry all day.
I love it.
I love it.
Yes. She's like, I did it.
On my birthday, I was so excited. But
that is so awesome.
So when I go outside to get my car's not there.
Oh, nah.
Car's not there. My phone's in the car.
Oh, man.
My wallet's in the car. Everything.
Not the one.
They told my car. So the lady at the place,
I just hurt my little feelings, daggone it.
The lady at the place acted like I was going to take her little house phone.
You got not her house phone?
I said, miss, where am I going to go with this phone? I need to get the number. Where am I going to go with this house phone? Where can I go? Just let me get the number. So the guy on the phone arguing with the guy, like, you was parked close to this guy. I said, man, no, I wasn't. I said, where's my car? Bring my car. I can't come and get you. I said, okay. So I found out where he was. But you know what I said?
Yeah, baby. I still passed.
You just passed the test.
Yeah, honey.
You feeling good.
Yes.
You ain't got no phone.
It's all good.
You could have called your husband, but I didn't want to hear it. I walked to the toll place. The guy showed me where it is. I walked and just sitting there singing and glory.
She's like, I'm a licensed
I passed the test. So I told the guy, I said, what is it? $200? I said, okay. So I went down the street, the guy, because I went in the car and got my wallet out. So I went down the street and told the guy, I said, don't give him $200. Give him 180. Tell him, that's all I got down here. That's all I got is 180. The guy took it. I told him, thank you so much. Shout out to Jason's Deli over there on Westbury. What's up? So, and I told him, I said, you think your business is going to be along for a good time. I said, but the Spanish people are going to take you out of here.
Not the Spanish people! She turned it with a
They taking you out of here, buddy. It's the last $1 you're going to give me. But you know what? I wasn't upset because I'm going to make more money.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that $200 back. And you know what? I already did. I made it back. I walked, I got my exercise, I got my steps in that day. I was like, yo,
find the good, people.
Nothing's going to bother me today. I was super excited.
I'm so.
My husband, he don't even know. I didn't tell nobody the story. Yeah,
you sure did.
I didn't tell nobody the story.
That is fire.
I walked to the bus. It must have been, it was kind of far, but I didn't care.
She was like, because I passed, baby.
And I passed my test.
I saw that green.
I got my car.
Yes.
And I was like, whatever. I was like, super. I was so
hyped.
Oh my God, I was so hyped.
I'm still hyped.
I'm hyped because I can help people.
Yes.
I'm hyped because I can help
people. Stay excited to help people.
So yeah, I'm excited because I can help people, So, if they want it.
Right.
If they want it. People will make excuses why they can't pay for life insurance.
Mm-hmm. I just think I just told the lady.
But you got $200.
I said, don't buy lunch for a week. Cook your food. That's your life insurance payment right there. How about that?
$200. You got to pay $200 sneakers.
Child, good night. Good night, child. Good night, child. But yes, life insurance.
You got 20 more like that.
Please, ma'am. Please. If you're not educated on it, reach out to her.
Please.
And just ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Don't just say, I don't know nothing about it.
Yes.
Don't do that to yourself. Yes. Stop playing with your life. Look into it. Educate yourself before you. That's what you do with anything anyway. Educate yourself before you step into something. Exactly. But please, sir, please, ma'am. And I wanted you to tap into. You said, you're not gonna get rich. People get rich.
Yeah, people do. Oh, listen.
People absolutely get rich.
Yeah. So who was that? Just recently. Oh, I was looking at. Mary was showing me the guy who actually created Snowfall.
The movie.
The movie or the show, the TV show that comes on.
I mean the show.
The show. It's a good show. It's well written. Well written.
Well, it's connected to a true story.
Mm-hmm. It's well written, and the guy name is, what's his name? He made Poetic Justice. He wrote all those. He passed away.
Yeah.
Something Singleton.
Yes. Singleton. John Singleton.
John Singleton.
Rest in peace. Wow.
Rest
we
in
lost
peace.
a jewel,
a shout out to him. He wrote so many great movies.
He's a great writer.
And I was like, yo. So his daughter inherited his life insurance and his estate. Mm-hmm. So what happens with life insurance, if you see, they're not just going to give you life insurance because you asked for a $500,000 policy. With this company, which I am working under, it's called Primerica. You're not just going to get that. Shout out to Primerica. You're not going to get that. They're going to ask you some questions about your life, like like where do you work? What is your debt ratio? Because what happens is, you can ask me for a $300,000 policy, but you don't have the $200 a month to pay it. Mm-hmm. They're not doing that to themselves.
Nope.
They're not going to do that. So
shout out to Primerica, man.
So yes, they've been around for a very long time. Yes. They're involved with they are so connected with everything. Yes.
And informative.
Yes,
informative.
Yes.
Dang, what was I like? 8? I would think I was like 19 when I was.
Oh my goodness, it's like I'm in like the aha moment, because back in 1995. I was a part of Primerica. Mm-hmm. I didn't finish. I just like, I don't got time for that. Mm-hmm. But here it is, 2000.
I gotta bring it back around, baby.
22. I am back here.
Yeah.
Because I see the need, and I see myself helping those who want it.
Right.
For a life insurance to take care of their business. Yeah, people do get rich off insurance.
They absolutely do.
But the thing is that I wish those that do get the life insurance, that they know how to invest it. That's another part. And that's what Primerica also does. After you get your money, they also tap into investing.
Right.
That you don't spend all of it on, just whatever. Mm-hmm. They help you invest. Of course, if you don't want to do that, they don't help you do it. But if you want to, they help you, listen, absolutely. This is here. This is what we have for you. Mm-hmm. Invest your money.
This is what the interest is going to do, and this is what it's going to be in such and such years.
So, please, a big shout out to them.
Absolutely.
Shout out to them, for actually keeping this platform going. Mm-hmm. People say it's a pyramid, this and that. Mm-hmm. How can you be a pyramid when you're getting life insurance?
But I was laughing. Who was it? I had a peer, and they said everything is a pyramid. There's always someone over you that's going to get money. Yeah. And I said that's so true.
But it is true.
Like your employer is the
always
employee.
Somebody at the top.
Yeah,
you can't always be at the top unless you create it yourself.
Right.
Exactly. She. All right.
There's
always going to be somebody at the top that you're going to be under. You can't be upset because this person's getting more money. They started way before you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But there's room for growth. There's room to get to that point. You know, and it's like, listen.
You gotta do the work.
Listen, I like the big ballers.
Okay.
Who don't want to sit at the table?
Say that.
Who don't want to? Who don't want to sit at the table? Yes, of course. But at the end of the day, they're doing right by families, and that's the key.
That is the key.
They're doing right by families.
Oh, that should be the key.
Yes, and by individuals, that they're doing right by them. So, people could say whatever they want to say. I don't get involved in a whole bunch of mess. I just don't want to do that. But, at the end of the day, I'm just being prayerful that those that I reach out to and that I touch, that I can actually help them and their families,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Love it. Because listen, like I said, we get life insurance, child.
Yeah.
I don't play them games. I'll play them games. It shows you care about yourself and about those around you, because when you go, it's gonna affect them. Like we said, now they gotta deal with the hurt of you being gone, and now the financial hurt. Everybody not just walking around here with money in the bank like that. They're not. People living check to check. So now somebody that's living check to check got to figure out how to bury you. That's a lot. That is a lot.
The scripture does say leave both for your children, right?
That's a fact. Right?
That's
the word, honey.
And you get these young people talking about, why should I get life insurance? Am I going to die? You will one day.
Yeah, you will. We're all. That's one thing we know for sure. We're all going. We are all going. So it would behoove you to do your research, and if you feel uncomfortable, like it's confusing to you, call an agent. Get a consultation to see what best fit your situation and for your family. Maybe you feel like financially can't afford it for everyone, but maybe they can look at the finances and say, actually you can. Because we don't always know how our financial situation until someone else who this is their world of finances. They can say, no, because I told you years ago before I got my house. The lady was like, I was like, because I don't make any money. And she's like, yeah, you do. I'm like, She's like, yes, you make money. Stop shopping. And I was like,
yes, you don't know.
How do you not shop? And then when I stopped shopping, paying off credit cards, like, boop, 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 and she was cheering me on. You had somebody cheering you, and she was cheering me on. Like, I wish my other clients would do the same thing. You just went right into action, and it felt good. But I didn't know it until I went to someone who that's their world. Numbers is their world. Numbers is not my world. I spend numbers in my world. I spend
my kids learned early. They're doing better than I am. My kids, and I'm kind of glad because we're not taught, to actually save. Right. Do other stuff, but my kids are doing so much better than I was at that age, and I'm super
even with saving though. We're not taught how to make money work for us, because I always had a savings account. Shout out to Don Ryan. My first summer job, that thing went in the savings account.
But some people don't.
I know, but no one told me about IRAs. They didn't tell me about none of the things that grows interest and where you can invest. No one told me. I'm learning this stuff in my 40s, well, 30s, 30s and 40s. But educate yourself. Don't be afraid to ask questions about that. It's like she mentioned, there's no reason for you to have all these designer people on your back and you broke. When it hit the fan and somebody needs you, you like this. Oh, I just paid for my trip to Vegas. I don't have it. That's an issue, especially if you've been working all your life.
And we see it.
Yes, we do see it. You've been working all your life. You should have something to show for it. Amen. So it will behoove you to educate yourself or tap into someone who can educate you. Ask questions. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. So thank you so much. Okay? So we kind of tapped into the health part. With life insurance. I'll just pick a family or so. Parents in their 40s never had life insurance. Now they have a child in college and a toddler. What would you say to them in reference to life insurance? Or are you even able to do that because you don't know the financial?
Well, we would actually, again, we would talk to the clients, to see, again, their employment is important. Make sure they have a job to pay, to see where they are, to make sure that they can afford it. Now, because we're correction officers, they don't really check too much, but they want to know for sure that you have a job that's stable, that you're just not at some gas station. That you're not a habitual
job leaver. I just made that word up. But I know some who be like every year they go on some they like, I'm on a temp agency. I'm like, you still doing temp agencies in our 40s? Like, what you been doing? But they're habitual with switching jobs.
They check to make sure, they want to make sure that that your family's gonna be good, because in the interim, if you don't take care of your policy, it comes back to bite the agent,
Right.
And when we get bit for writing bad policies, we get in trouble. So we got to make sure.
But what does that look like?
And
because it could be something innocent. Like, what does that look like?
Listen, it looks like they take money from you. That's what it looks like.
No, I mean like No, because I know that I'll say this. There's certain people that I know that do life insurance. I would never go to them because their final situation in their life is twisted. So why would I entrust you to deal? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So I would not be shocked if it was something where it was like, oh, they wrote a bad policy. I'm like, I could see that. But I'm talking about when it's innocent.
Oh.
Like, what would that look like if, you really thought this was good for them?
Oh, see, I don't think that, well, Primerica, they ain't playing. They're not playing.
Yeah, they a different breed. I know this.
But while we're doing policies and checking other people's policies, make sure they have what they have, we're finding that they have bad policies.
But what does that look like? Say what that is.
Very ugly. If you
give an example. I got to know.
Someone has a policy, and in that policy, you think you're getting $60,000. Your family, if something happens to them, but the only way they can get it if you got killed tragically.
Oh yes, thank you. Okay, right.
If you got killed tragically and you got to die within 7 days.
Yeah.
Or the 9 days. Okay.
I know about that, right?
Why would someone sell you a policy like that? That's so wrong in so many levels. That is so wrong.
It's manipulative. It's deceptive.
That is so wrong on so many levels. Like, why would you do that to somebody?
That's why people be flipping out. When they're like, when I thought I was getting this, you told me.
Yeah. So listen, if you have
I don't even know how you sleep at night.
If you have a whole life, call me. If you need insurance, call me. Listen, we'll go over all the policies that you have to make sure you have the right thing. We'll make sure that whatever you have, if it's good, if your policy is good, we're not changing it. We're not touching it.
Right.
But if your policy is wrong and we can give you something better, we will ask you first. We would like to give you something better. Would you take it?
Yeah.
So
that just made that just made me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
People have done it to people. Yeah.
They do that. Yeah, they do that.
And within 7-9 days. So that means if you don't die within that 7 days, or 9 days.
All the money you put into is gone.
Can you believe that? That's disgusting.
That's gross.
Very, very evil. Is what
ethical. Like
evil.
What?
Yeah,
that is evil.
So we're not doing nothing wrong. People, they can check Primerica's record.
Nah, listen. You see them umbrellas? They on point. I can tell you that right now. You see them umbrellas?
Check the Better Business Bureau. Check them. Check them. I'm telling people say what they want to say. And it's been for years. They on point. Yeah, they're on point. Okay.
And not because I know her and she works with them now, but I'm just telling you from what I learned, the training I had years ago. Yeah. Like they're a different breed. They take it personal. Yeah. Like we ain't got time for us to have a bad situation. No. It ain't happening. So shout out to Primerica.
Yeah, shout out.
I'm so glad you're under them because there's a lot of
shout out to my team Destiny.
Flam going on out there, and people are waking up hurting people. Yeah. And it's wrong. It's wrong. I don't know how y'all sleep at night. That is insane. Yeah. To add hurt to the situation, to families. Yeah. So we gotta do better. Horrible. But thank you so much.
Thank you,
congratulations. Listen, that daggone story, child. I'm like, you what? You got your toe. Your car got towed. I love stuff like that because you'll never forget it. And every year that goes by that you're helping people, it reminds you like, that day, man, I was crazy.
Yeah, it was
God, crazy. This is why. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm doing something for the better.
I kept it positive, I could have been angry and going crazy. There was no need.
No need.
I passed the test.
That thing turned green, child.
I'm like, what? I passed my test. $200 drop in the bucket. I can make that again.
I know that's a fact.
Yeah, Asia, let me get $200.
I'll buy a vial, please. Okay, for $200.
Right.
Listen, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So your transition from working, because we gotta let's just be real. 20-something years is a lot of years to get to a job. All right. Let's just be real about that. That's a long time. You go through things, in that amount of time. So your transition, because I know people say like once you retire, you go through a depression. Or a lot of people say you go through a depression. You get used to the hours you were getting up. If you had that kind of job, you get used to whatever each morning and you become somewhat depressed. Did you go through that? You didn't go through that.
Girl, please.
I feel like you. I feel like, listen, first of all, y'all ain't gonna see me for most of the time before I retire. I'm gonna be technically retired, but I'm be using my days.
I came up there when they had one of the young ladies became sheriff. I came to visit Vera up there when she was there, and Debbie. I came upstairs. I didn't really come to the jail anymore.
Shout out to Debbie Lewis.
Yeah, so I came to visit them to the office, but after that I just stopped going. I didn't even like to hear jail stories. You know, and my niece was like, "Oh, I'm doing a party." I'm like, "Oh, you working at that place?" Okay.
I forgot.
But my niece told me she actually started working there because I worked there.
Right.
She followed in my footsteps. You know, and I can't be mad at her. Listen, shout out to Mo. You know, and
I'm praying for you, Mo.
Yeah,
I'm leaving you, Mo.
I included them in so many events at the jail. You know, we had a lot of things for the kids. Was Christmas. Adventureland.
Adventureland was the one,
was
child.
Another party. I've always included all my nieces and nephews to all the little events.
I told y'all she's auntie, like in real life, she's auntie.
I guess that excited her that she was at this place where I worked, and she wanted to be where I worked. So listen, I got a niece to follow up, so I'm okay with it. Okay. You know, I just want to make me proud. You know.
Listen, she can hold her own. That's a fact.
I'm not worried
and when
about
she
her.
go through whatever, she gonna hold it down.
I'm not worried about her. I'm worried about them.
Yo, you stupid. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Trees.
Yes,
you know, they'll be fine. Yes, they will be fine. They can hold their own. Yeah, but for me, I ain't sitting none of my family over there. That's a fact. Yeah. It's no.
I didn't sit them there. She wanted to be there.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just throwing that out there. Like, be clear. Yeah. If you see somebody related to me as there, I did not tell them to come. I promise you. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I help you with school before I let you go. I kick out some G's for you to go get that degree. Right. Well, we got degrees too. It don't even matter. You can still go over there and not use it. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of degrees.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, we're definitely we definitely educated. That's a fact.
There's a lot of people there that have
you know, shout out to everybody. Yeah. I'm trying to get somebody else on here as well. I just said one. I ain't even gonna ask that one because she's gonna be shy. But there's another one. You know, shout out to the Black officers who actually went up in rank. You know, that's a big deal for Nassau County Sheriff's Department. Yeah. You know, like we said, she was the first female and first Black in that union. And she worked there for 26 years. What did it happen in your 25th year?
What?
It was towards the end of your career that you went on the union, right?
No, it happened.
What year was that?
I was in the union for like 6 years.
It was that long?
Yeah, it's like 6 years.
Oh my gosh. My years going to each other, child. I didn't feel like it was that long.
It was 6 years because you also do 4 and then you'll do another 4. But then in the 2 years that I took, then I decided to retire. So I'm done. I can't.
Right. Yeah. Dang, Vicky, it does not seem like it was that long.
It was 6 years.
Yikes.
I was there 6 years.
Wow.
It might have been longer than that. I was in so much stuff, you know. So yeah, 6 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, shout out to the women, you know, the men. We spoke about Chris Edmond as well. He became a
lieutenant.
He became a lieutenant before he retired.
Yeah, lieutenant.
You know, he became a lieutenant before he retired. It was so much melanin going on in there. It was beautiful to see. Of melanin. It was beautiful to see. I wish it could have lasted. I wish it was better energy in there with that. But you know, maybe in the future we can get that again and it'll be cohesive and it'll be effective, you know, and make things better for us, you know, as a people in that place. Because we're dope, man. We're amazing. Yeah. You know, we have things to offer, you know, for that place. And we're educated, you know, so we can make a difference in that place. If people put their heads together, get rid of the ego and do what they need to do, it can be a great place to work. I'm literally making jokes. She knows I laugh a lot. I joke a lot. Yeah. You know, I love Mo. I love Trees. I'm going to tell nobody not to take the daggone job. I'm still working there, y'all. Come on. It's humor. Get with it. But, you know, we just thank you for your example there. I've honestly never heard anybody say anything crazy about you. I promise you, if they did, they just got issues. Because this lady, the energy she be having, you would hear her singing through the hallway. You know, people miss her singing because they like, Vicky was always happy. Like, nothing could go wrong with Vic.
Singing spiritual songs.
Yeah, so she went from working the floors. When we say working the floors, that's working security, and to her administrative gifting. Yes. You know, when she started working in a rehabilitation unit. And, you know, people remember her just being upbeat and always being positive energy. And that's how you want to retire. You want to retire with people remembering you for good things. Yes. Sometimes it's not going to happen that way. And it doesn't mean you did something wrong. I know I probably won't be remembered for nothing that I did. And that's fine because I'm good. But seriously, I'm good with that because I know what I was doing there was for the better. Yeah. Everybody doesn't have to take to it. Yeah. Everybody doesn't have to take to it. But if you can do 20 to 30 something years in an environment that can be toxic and you come out smiling and doing things like still continuing to help people, you're a winner. Yeah. Like I tell her all the time, I'm like, what? Like you a champion, child. All 3 of your kids graduate degrees. They got they're educated, college educated. Yeah. You got your one son. He's married with got his wife, got his children. He's doing yoga with the kids. Talk about Jamie a little bit. We're gonna brag about you for a little bit, Jamie. Go ahead, talk about. He's just dope. He's just dope. LT teaches.
Awesome.
Asia is just a total brainiac.
I don't want to talk about him because he said he's gonna come on to your podcast.
Is he gonna come?
Yeah, he said yeah.
Jamie, you coming in real life?
Yeah, he said he's coming. He said
okay, y'all. Y'all heard him.
He said he's gonna come. I don't want
love to have him.
Definitely, my son is a jewel.
Yes, he is.
To so many, you know, if you around him, you love him. I tell you, the kids love him. He has this program now he does with us on the weekends. Well, actually, he does it with us on the weekend, but it's his program called Team Captain, and he gets us in exercising and breathing and gets us to think. He reads different motivational affirmations to us, and and get us to read and write and reflect on actually what he's read.
Right.
And so many times, you might see people get teary-eyed. I've been in that session when I've cried after the session, and it's like, because it touches you, because sometimes you don't think about things every day until someone pinpoints it when they start reading it, So it's like, I'm like, are you in my head today? Like, why are you reading this today?
That's my son.
Like,
oh man.
So then you become, more in tune with yourself of how you should treat yourself mainly, because you're not good to yourself, you can't be good to others, and how you should treat others. So we were in the car the other day, Larry and I, he's always going at it. So I said, he was asking about a sign. My son goes, Mom. I said, yeah. He's on the phone. Speak kind words. I said, yes.
She's like, thank you, son.
Words. So you need those reminders,
right,
of how you should treat people, even when they're acting crazy.
Absolutely.
And not to get in confrontations with them, and then you have to learn that, because sometimes people can hit the wrong nerve, like at the wrong moment. And you say to yourself, oh, why did I let them even get me like that?
Listen.
You got me.
Listen, that you got me thing right there.
So it's like, you have to work on people not getting you. And you just go, and you walk away.
Yes, because some people really do have issues.
Yeah, so
and they need therapy.
Yeah, so
and the Lord.
So I need to speak kind words. So I have to remind myself, speak kind words, And at the end of the day, he tells us to speak kind words,
Love it.
We did a little prayer to each other, So it's like great.
Yeah, he's dope. Awesome. He's dope. Well, she said that he's coming up here, so we'll see if that happens. Because I was trying to get both of them since before school break. I'm like, they ain't coming. I'm like, all right, I'm off it. Moving right along. But yes, I would love to have you on, Jamie. Yes. Please, sir, make that happen. And we got to get you out there. We need more kids to be involved, in your program. Thank you for your example, as a father, as a husband. And, I'm just super proud of you. I still can't believe they're all grown. I still can't believe they're all grown. Yeah, it's just different. Like all of them. Right? Like I said, I always tell her, I'm like, Vicky, you're a champion. I said, listen, even the people we worked with would have stories about their kids. Yeah. She don't have those stories. Yeah. She doesn't have those stories. She was like, I was about to kill him. She don't have that. No, I'm serious. And with law enforcement, because we work so much and there's so much goes on, not everyone has an outlet. Yeah. So it's just the job. Yeah. And you miss out on your children. Yeah. You miss out on the things they're going through emotionally, physically. You just assuming your wife or your whoever is handling things, and they sometimes want you. Yeah. So for your kids, what? Listen, they ain't bring home your babies out of wedlock.
Yeah, we made it happen. Listen, right?
Yes.
And want to follow my footsteps.
That curse broken.
I said no. I said, Lord,
love that.
Broken. Yes.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
No.
Yeah,
and every time you say you're so dope, I told Asia, I don't feel like I really accomplished the whole. She's mine. She said, Mom, I'm so proud of you, Mom. You do stuff. You said you can write nonprofits. How you do that?
That's a fact.
You do so many things. Said you do so many things I didn't even know you could do. It's like you said, you simply amaze me, Mom.
Yeah, Asia.
Like, really? Sometimes you don't think that you're, like done anything like. But she says, Mom, you run a program. You did. I was like, oh.
I did.
I don't even, you don't think about it. You just do stuff.
You're just going. You're autopilot. It's just what you're able to do.
She says, Mom, you're so amazing. I was like so happy that she said that to me. You know what I mean? Made me look at myself differently. You know what I mean? Because you think like, Yeah, that's just
You're
nothing.
like, okay.
That's nothing. But it is something.
Oh, it's something, honey. It's something. It's a gift.
Yeah.
A gift of service is a gift.
Yeah, so.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I'm just thankful for my village, especially for you. I love you, Shanice.
I love you too.
Shanice is doing such big things. I know she simply amazes me. And when people say that when she says God spoke to me, let me tell you, I look like this.
She's like, what happened?
Because I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen what God can, I've seen what God does. And when she says God's going to make it happen, I look at her like, okay. She made me pray more and listen, get in tune with God, because that's for sure. Again, the word that's been in all week is alignment.
Alignment. She said it today too. Yep. Alignment.
That's been the word for the week. Alignment. Alignment. If the car's not aligned, it goes all over the place. And if you're not aligned, you're all over the place. You get burnt out. So definitely I ask God to put me in alignment, make me do one thing at a time. I can task, but nothing's going to be great if you're all over the place.
Right.
So I ask God to definitely keep me aligned, to put the right people in my corner. The people with the same vision, who love the same God that I love.
Yeah, that's the one.
And I don't care. I don't care about color or anything. Listen, if you're here to help for the kids,
let's go.
Under one system,
let's do the work.
It don't matter. I'm just down to help.
Yeah,
kids, people, everybody.
Sorry.
Because I'm a people person. I want people to get it right. You can't be hating on the next person. You got to help build them up.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
help build them
up. So big shout out to She's Got Teas and Hot Lady. What is it?
Hot Mike Lady.
Lady.
She don't know where she at, y'all. She what is it?
Mike Lady.
Where am I? Who's interviewing me?
Last night she called herself She's Got Teas.
I know. I do it all.
And she's done so many amazing things. Listen, guys, we need Airbnb. All right.
That's right. Let's go. Let's get to this money.
She's doing so many things.
Yeah,
I'm just looking like, what is wrong with you?
Let's go. It's time.
Yes,
and it really is time.
Yeah.
It really is time for us to do something different.
Yeah.
God has no respect of person. Yeah. So like I shared earlier, if you have gifts and desires and it lines up with God and it's just not happening, pull back some.
Yeah.
Get therapy. Yeah. Talk to someone. Make sure you have a praying partner or something. Or you got God, or you got a pastor or someone over you that can sometimes, reveal things to you that you may not see, because it's in you, it's operating in you. So you may not see that, you get a little ADHD-ish and you just start doing things. You may not see that. You need to pull it back a little bit and, focus on one thing at a time. Some people can do multitask and be good. That's how their brain operates, but that may not be your thing. So an outsider may be able to see that. And you have to be in a place where you are open to hear. And you're not beyond the defense, because offense is taken, not given. And you can start to work towards that particular thing and understand it's not going to happen overnight. You have to give your grace to understand God made us from dirt. We are not perfect. Nope. He's the only perfect being. So if there's changes that need to be made towards a goal, give yourself enough grace to say, you know what, I got to work towards this thing. And certain things I was doing too much. I got to pull back from. And be okay with saying no.
Saying no. Oh, I had to learn
that.
I had to learn that. James calls it accountability buddy.
Yeah, baby.
I need an accountability buddy.
Yeah, I have a little accountability group where I give goals, or I'll ask about which I want to do this week or what we're doing this week. People say what's what, and
I guess I got to get a group, huh?
Yeah, or you coming with us, whatever. Okay. Listen, you with somebody who's trying to be accountable. Listen, and look, there go an example right there. Sometimes we don't know the person's right next to you. How about that? Amen. But the thing is, we want to be able to pour into others.
Yes,
absolutely. Not from an empty cup though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't give you something I don't have.
Exactly.
Amen. So it's self-evaluation, writing it down. Write it down, make a plan. That's the word, y'all. God didn't give us the word just because he was bored. Okay. He didn't do that. He's very intentional with what he does. So he's saying, write it down and make it plain.
Make it plain. Yes.
Be able to see that thing. So you know what you're checking off and what you need to work on. One thing may take a little longer than the other. That's okay. Long as you are doing the work, because there is greater behind that thing. So yes, she is a champion. She is my Shero. Not just because she's my godmother, but listen, this lady done helped me through some things. When I lost my mom, I thought it was the end, child. I was like, God, whoa, this is happening again. I'm like,
Losing someone,
I cannot,
yeah, losing someone
not her.
Yeah.
You know, it was something, you know, but the people around you that keep you encouraged. And, you know, even, let me say this. I want to get off, but it's not working. Let me say this. You know, some of you who battle with your purpose and who battle with, you know, your desires and not knowing if they line up with God, ask him.
Yeah.
Hello. Mm-hmm. He says to seek my face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He says, call on me, daughter, son, call on me. Yeah, yeah. He will give you clarity. Yeah. You know, don't start making up stuff. That's when things start to get confusing. I think I heard him say, nah, that means you need to go back. This ain't a I think I heard. This is a God said. Yeah. This is a God woke me up and I wrote it down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, take your gifts, take where God is taking you seriously, because it's not about you. Vicky retired at a time where she could take time to be with her mother, you know, where she can actually take out time to say, wow, I have accomplished things, and look at my children. Yeah. I have grandchildren now. I can be with my grandchildren. Yeah. I'm still involved in my church, you know, doing things. Yeah. And now she's taking another step, and she's like, I'm going to help people even more because I saw something happen. I'm tired of seeing. I'm tired of seeing. We got to get life insurance. It's terrible. So, you know, seek God about your gifting. Seek God about the thing that frustrates you. Yeah. That means you should be doing something about it. Exactly. Amen? Exactly. I get frustrated when it comes to the kids. So I was doing something about it. You know? Mentoring kids. Started bringing my son to her track team. And yeah, I'm like, okay, well, listen, little mama, you can't be like this. You got to do this, 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 and this. And it all connected to mentoring. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't know what your word might do for a child, where they were like that year when I was acting up at school and Miss Vicky told me, she kind of yelled at me. I was kind of mad at the moment, but now I get why she said what she said. And I carried that thing, and I finished college, and now I got my own mentorship program. And now all the kids in my group are getting scholarships. Yeah. Hello, that's God. I know. Actually, that's God. I love it. It's God. It is God. So whatever that thing is, you know, that you desire and you feel you have a purpose in, don't let it go dormant. Not right now. You're needed right now. How about that? Yeah. We need you right now. Yes, absolutely. We need you right now. We need life insurance right now. Amen. We need life insurance. We need life insurance. Take care of your family. Tell people where they can reach out to you. How can they get in contact with you? You can call me if you like. 516-784-1518. Again, that's 516-784-1518. Or you can email me at vmore161@gmail.com. Again, that's vmore161@gmail.com. All right. All right. And check out Youth for Tomorrow on Instagram and Facebook. And that's YFT4321@gmail.com. And you can catch us on Facebook at Youth for Tomorrow. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you want to donate or sponsor or whatever, contact her connected to the kids. Yes. You know, we got to do right by our children. Yes. We have to do right by our children. So Vicky, retired officer, wife, mom, pillar in her community, church lady. She ain't no real church lady. She can't be a church lady. She's a church lady, but she ain't no church lady. If that makes any sense. Y'all know what I'm saying. Because I don't wear a big hat. But I am a church lady. She is a church woman, child. She's a church woman. I'm here already. You know, life insurance agent, coordinator over a youth organization. Mm-hmm. What do you see is next for you? My next would be to do a forum of African American women, okay, people of color, brown women. Actually, I want to see myself doing a program where we are pretty much embracing ourselves. Natural hair care products, people who do that, people who do natural skin, health awareness. Mm-hmm. You know, I see myself doing that. And that will be my next big project. You know, again, like I said, I have a love for people. Mm-hmm. Okay. And again, I want us to be able to share, you know, together in everything. But, you know, everybody's not wants to share in everything. Because again, like you say, someone always wants to be at the top. You know, right. You can't always be at the top. Mm-hmm. You go in between. You don't want to be the smartest in the room. First of all, you don't. So you shouldn't. That's my next. And I'm going to be looking for a lot of women to actually help me get this off the ground. You know, because I see. You may not need a lot of women. Yeah, maybe not.
maybe not.
I'm just speaking that for her.
Okay, you know.
Okay, she gonna get the right women.
Exactly. That's the word. That's the correct word. Yeah, the right women to get this off the ground. So yeah, that's my next.
Yeah,
you know, and I see it, and you know what, and I know it's happening because I see it like
visions
almost every day, and I keep saying, God, why do you keep giving me this stuff? You know, but I see it. You know, I've already written everything out how I want it. So and it's gonna happen.
So then I'm about to call her out. So are you gonna start back with SBS?
SBS.
Explain to them what SBS.
Oh, SBS is Sisters Blessing Sisters. And what happened is I didn't really talk about that because what happens is the girls that are in the group pick out someone who they want and bring them to a luncheon that we had, and we end up blessing them by enjoying telling them why they're there, you know, what we love about them, and tell them about their qualities. So yeah, so SBS is one of those. I don't want to. I guess it's an organization.
It is an organization
that I made up to bless other women, and you know, I have had a couple of women on that platform. So yeah, so it's wonderful.
So in other words, what I'm basically saying, people, is she kind of has it. She kind of has a foundation of it already.
Oh,
She's got to. It just has to expand. Yeah. I have to talk to her sometime. I have to talk to her. Sorry. No, listen, my godmother's dope, man. My godmother's dope. My godmother is all at the end. Yes. She's all at the end. But yes, SBS was absolutely a blessing. I met some amazing women, you know, through that. I bought some amazing women. I think maybe I only did one, right?
Yeah, this one who's the minister now.
Yeah, see, look at God.
She's a minister.
Look at God. Brought somebody there to let them know that I love them and I appreciated them because they shared something with me at a time that I didn't see in myself. I did not see in myself. Okay. I didn't get what was happening with me. Yeah. People would just migrate to me and share things. And this person was like, that's a gift. Wow. That people entrust you and they don't really know you. Wow. So the spirit you're giving off, embrace it and don't allow people to make you feel bad about it.
Start with a V, right?
Kathy. But yeah, start with a V too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that person is now a minister. So this is what is coming through SBS. That's what I want you guys to understand. So if she actually just expands with that, she already has what she needs. Yeah. Come on, Jesus.
Oh, thank you for
we have what we need.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
I have no problem reminding you of anything. That's going to bless the people. You know what I'm here for.
We hadn't been able to do it because of COVID. Right. 2 years. It's been 2 years now that things have not happened, which is real crazy, you know. So, you know, this year
it's coming.
I'm opening back up track, basketball, and we have a summer camp going. So
yes. Explain that too.
So we have a summer camp here also that's going to be at the church. That's what we were running out of the church. Is YFT Youth for Tomorrow. You know, we're looking for kids from the age of 6 to 12. 6 to 12. The fee is $750. We keep your kids from 9 to 4. I mean, then we have early hours for those who need early hours to be dropped off. And then if you're going to stay late, of course, those are going to be a fee, the extra fee and the late fee. Yeah, so yeah, we have camp here for 6 weeks, which I'm pretty excited about to start back up this year. You know, I miss the kids. And the kids that I had in there, they're so big now. Some are graduating. And it's like just scary. 2 years.
A lot happens in 2 years.
A lot happens. And the kids are grown up. And it's crazy watching it. You know, I have a couple of kids that are graduating this year from high school. I think 4 of them are graduating.
Wow.
So yeah, and it's like, oh, Lord, slow down.
I know, and it's not. Time is waiting for no man.
So it's
so do it now, people.
I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
Do it now. The time is now. You know what that means for whoever you are listening.
Yeah, thank you guys all for listening and for coming in. Thank you so much. You know, this is you. What is this? Is this YouTube?
Yes, it is.
This is YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know she asks that every week, right?
I don't even know.
What is this again?
What is this?
I'm like YouTube. That actually, I think it died, but that was Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. So I think I gave people your YouTube. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I want you to do.
I want to make sure I did that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, that's what I want you to do. Give them the YouTube for sure. Yes, and speaking of that, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Hot Mic with Lady Sheep Podcast. Thank you so much to everyone who has been supportive. And particularly this month with this series, She Is My Shero series, because she is my Shero. Oh, and by the way, where you get your shirt from?
Oh, she's got tees.
We both rocking She's Got Tees right now. Be clear. Be clear. And she is just a vessel.
I'm just a vessel for the Lord.
That's it. Yes. That is it. And that is all. That is it. And that is all. But Miss Victoria Moore, of Hempstead, New York, thank you so much for blessing our platform.
Yes.
You are now the 8th queen
Woo-hoo!
of this series. This is just this is so unreal. I promise you, everybody's been amazing.
There's some amazing ladies that have been on.
I'm so full. Yes. I'm in awe of God. It's God, y'all. Yeah, it's God. Amazing. It is God. And I'm just excited. So it's now. The time is now. Whatever it is, connected to your purpose, or whatever it is that you desire to do that's going to, empower others, encourage others, and you're kind of battling with it. Seek God. Amen. Seek God and ask questions. Do your research, so you're not left sitting on the gift. The gift is for someone else. Yeah. So tap into that thing. So thankful. If Vicky sat on her gifts, we wouldn't have you for tomorrow. Oh, yeah. If she sat on her gifts, there wouldn't be people in the rehab. Rehab is not the same since she left, as far as I'm concerned, at that jail. It's just not the same. It's a different energy now. Wow. It is. It's a different energy, but her energy and the God in her bless people, and all that she does, she moves when God tells her to. So, something's nudging your spirit right now. God is nudging your spirit right now. Do that thing. Go back to that vision board. Go back to where you wrote those ideas down and make it happen. Yeah. Also, she can also help you with, getting your LLC and stuff. Yeah. I done sent some of the wrong folks to it. Send the right people who are serious about their business. Yeah. Send people who are serious about their businesses to her, and she will probably help you. Yeah. If she's not doing it, she'll tell you, "Oh, I'm not doing it right now." Yeah. But I'm just throwing that out there too. Yeah. You're so funny. I love my God, mommy. Funny. That's gonna be the name of this episode. I love my God, mama. And that's what we're doing. Too, but yes, love you to pieces. Yes. Huge thank you to South Baptist Church. South Hempstead. South Hempstead. Don't get South Baptist. South Hempstead Baptist Church. Reverend McDowell, thank you so much. For all you do in the community as well. They also have a pantry. Yes. She assists with the pantry. And what else? You have another title here. Oh, I'm a trustee. She a trustee. She on a choir. Choir director. Like, yeah. This lady wears many hats. Literally, she wears many hats. But thank you so much. I'm so excited for you. You already know whenever God speaks to me, I call your phone. I'm like, Vicky, he said this. So go ahead. You know what I mean? So I thank God for the divine connections, with us. I thank you for who you've been. I thank you for your example, to so many. You're an example to people you met who would probably never tell you. So keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Keep doing what you are doing. And we thank you. And yes, contact her for life insurance. Yes. Amen. Contact her for life insurance. Life insurance. And if you're a correction officer, hang in there. Yes. You too can end up like hang in there. If you have life insurance at that job, you're gonna come get it with me. That's a fact. When you leave the job, it's gonna go down. You're gonna pay more money now. So get it now before you turn 50. If you're not 50 yet, still be 50. Still come this way. Yeah. Get your insurance. Don't depend on a job to give you life insurance when you leave that place. It's gonna be more money because at that point you got to show insurability, and you don't want to do that. Right. Okay. It's different from the group rate. Yeah. All right, guys. All right. You heard it here, folks. Thank you, guys. I love you so much for listening. Yes. Thank you, Shanice. Thank you, everyone. I love her. It's my boo-boo. It's my boo-boo. Yes. She's all right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Once again, thank you for listening. Once again, make sure you follow her on Instagram. Check out You for Tomorrow. We got our kids up there. We got some dope kids, man. Yeah, check them out. If you want the kids to be connected to people who care and have a heart for the kids, contact her, please. Absolutely. Contact her. And we're also gonna keep praying for the youth center that she's gonna open. Oh, glory! I'm speaking that. Glory! I'm speaking that. It's because it's time. We need something different. Glory. And too many people have been saying those words to me. Yeah. And when I hear them say the words to me, I'm thinking of her. Yeah. So y'all continue to pray for her. Pray for her gifts. Pray for her faith. Yes. You got to see it before you see it. So continue to pray for her. Amen. Thank you again. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Grandma Moore. Thank you, for raising this woman of God, and for being an example to so many of us. Your mom to so many of us. Yes. And we thank you. But yeah, Tigers for life, baby. Whoop, whoop. All right. Good night, everyone. Good night, Michael Lady She Podcast. Make sure you subscribe. It's free. Yes. Good night. Good night.